must your life be if you're a fucking Mackham. At the moment, Newcastle United return back to third after Manchester United momentarily overtook us in the battle after they beat Everton and the Everton Boo Boys earlier in the day. Newcastle United returned back to third in the Premier League in this hunt for Champions League football, courtesy of a 2-1 away victory down at Brentford. Oh my word, what a game of two halves. And this team, it just never ever stops. And I don't like to blow my own trumpet and stuff like that, but I did predict 2-1 in the preview that went out earlier on today. Again, nailed the result totally. So pleased about that one, but more than anything else, over the moon that again we've showed a different side of it, a different face of Newcastle United. Last weekend against Manchester United, I thought we were spectacular and superb in all departments and fully justified the 3 points against them lot. Then against West Ham midweek, travelling away, it was always going to be a little bit after the Lord's Mayor show, but to win 5-1 away from home when you probably didn't play as well as what you did when you played against Manchester United a couple of days earlier is fantastic. And you know, all good teams find a way when it gets to the business end of the season, when it gets to you know, where the winners and losers are sort of found out. Good teams, the cream rises to the top and all the shite just floats to the bottom. And Newcastle United, we find a way to win no matter what. And I just thought at half time today, we were trailing 1-0 at the time. I was still ultra confident because I just felt with the players that we had on the bench, we had the changes to make there. We had pace on the bench as well, and I don't think Brentford particularly like playing against that pacey, you know, quick sort of movement. So I was confident that we would turn it around. And this new Newcastle United, you have to pinch yourself. It wasn't too long before, you know, long ago that we were playing Brucey ball. But this new Newcastle United, it doesn't know when it's beat. It'll never give up. It always gives you 110%, and that's all we'll ever ask for as fans. But yeah, as bad as we were in the first half, I thought we were good value by the end of the game. We were fantastic in the second half. It was a good 20-25 minute spell, but they just couldn't, I don't think, live with us, to be honest. But the game, let's go through it. Before the game even had started, we had a little bit of a potential issue, a bit of a worry with Bruno, getting a little bit of an issue there, a little bit of a problem. We didn't know whether he would start or not. He did start. He didn't have the greatest first 45 minutes, it must be said, but boy did he fucking turn it around in the second half. But we'll get to that in a minute. The game starts and Newcastle just look leggy, they look lethargic, they look like a team who haven't had the best preparation you know, before this game. Clearly we hadn't gone back to Tyneside. We tried to cut down on the travelling, so no training ground. And I think it looked, we showed that. That was probably the first 45 minutes, the worst that we have played under Eddie Howe. It was that bad. Ivan Toney, after about 8-9 minutes, something like that, had a goal ruled offside. That was the right call. You know, to chalk the goal off. So VAR, that's one tick for you there. Then he gets a penalty kick. And, you know, you're favouring the worst at this time, because normally Ivan Toney from the spot is absolutely fucking deadly. He's like a marksman. But he steps up very cockily, very nonchalantly. Just, you know, you've got to take into account the goalkeeper that he's facing, who's got a good track record on saving spot kicks. He runs up as casually as you like, and it's saved. And I sort of felt, you know what? You deserve that for being a little bit too cocky, a little bit too clever, a little bit too much sure of you know, of yourself. But he was to get another opportunity, a second spot kick. Again, not for me. But I know there's going to be plenty of debate about the VAR in the comments down below. But the penalty kick was given, and this time it was dispatched absolutely fantastically. Yeah, Pope had a little chance really to get to it. I suppose he didn't do bad on it, but you know, 1-0, and I just sense, I said to Kyle at half time, it's only 1-0. this team. Nah, I'm not writing us off. Under previous seasons and under previous owners and managers and coaches and whatnot that we've had, yes, it would have probably been game, set and match, to be honest. But this team, with the hunger and the desire that they've got, not only for Champions League football, but potentially for third. We've all the time been looking at the top 4 battle, but we are balls deep in the battle for third in this table. So, I just felt that there was an opportunity to get something out of the game at that point. The changes no doubt helped it. We brought pace on, there were good substitutes. I know Eddie Howe doesn't like making substitutes at half time, but he did, and I'm glad he did. And within the first 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes, they couldn't really live with that extra pace and quality that we brought on. And Joe Linton, who loves a game down at Brentford, they must be sick to the back fucking teeth of this lad. He comes on and he scores from an impossible angle. I think it's going to go down as an own goal, but all the credit has to go to Joe Linton for that goal. And then from that moment on, I thought there is bound to become more chances, and I fancied us at that point. I fancied us strongly to get the goals that we needed. And boy, winning goal, what quality! Great work by Callum Wilson, and he sets it up for Isaac, who says thank you very much. An absolute beautiful curling shot. No keeper in the fucking world is getting onto that. And if there ever is going to be a winning goal in a game, that sort of goal deserves it all day fucking long for me. A beautiful, absolutely great goal, and I know Thomas Frank, their manager, has been singing the praises of Isaac after the game as well. I'm not surprised, to be honest. Absolute different fucking gravy, this lad. Callum Wilson did have a goal ruled out. Again, I'll let you in the comment section dissect this one, but again, for me, no, that goal should not have been disallowed. Even Mr. Magoo in the back of the fucking stand was shouting, "Oi ref, you're having a fucking mare." But all of those people back at VAR control centre, probably Alex Ferguson, Gary Neville and the likes, who were in the VAR room, no, disallow it, handball, and everything. So it should have been 3-1. I thought it was 3-1. But it is what it is. We saw the game out. There were a few squeaky bum times towards the end of the game. Obviously, they were desperate to get something out of the game. The referee had set it up for a sort of crescendo. We survived it. We weathered it. We had to substitutes. I know. I don't think Anthony Gordon was too pleased about that. But it's game management. If you're Manchester United, it's shithousen if you're everybody else. But we made sure that we saw the game through, that we got the points, and I'm absolutely fucking delighted. 3 games in 6 days. 3 victories in that time, 5 in a row now. It's difficult to get 1 or 2 victories in the Premier League, so to string 5 together is absolutely fucking fantastic. And a major credit to whoever did the halftime team talk. If it was Mad Dog, if it was Eddie, whoever it was, fucking fantastic. Because the thing about Newcastle this campaign is that standards have been set, the bar has been set, a line in the sand has been drawn, and we were nowhere near it in the first half. It was absolutely and utterly terrible, and I don't know how we got away with just trailing 1-0, to be honest, at half time. But the changes were made. We were bright. We used the pace. We went for the game. We didn't take, we didn't take it lying down. If we were going to get a defeat in this game, it would have been a defeat where we were coming out swinging. If we were going to get knocked out, you might as well be fucking knocked out, having a try, as opposed to just sort of rolling over type thing. But yeah, great, a fantastic 3 points. No Set Maximin, he is getting a bit of treatment for a little bit of an injury that he's got, so hopefully he is okay for a huge game next time out against Aston Villa. I can't stand the bastards, I really can't. Ever since the relegation issues and stuff like that, there has been a beef between the two clubs. I can't fucking stand Aston Villa. and after Manchester United in the current Premier League standings, they are the team that I would obviously love to beat. And we go down there, for a massive game. Hopefully we've got everybody back fit and available. Everybody who's took a few knocks and bumps and bruises today and over the the previous games with them coming thick and fast is okay for that game. But again, it's the battle for third. It's not the battle for Champions League anymore. It could be looked at as the battle for third. So everything crossed that they come back A-OK. Got them available for next time out. The lads now will be heading back to Tyneside to catch up and to see friends, family, loved ones, children and everything else like that. Must have been particularly difficult with all of the unusual situation of having 2 away games in London with such a distance so quickly pushed together and stuff like that. But it's going to be like that now. We are in the business end of the season. A season like no other, with the World Cup being pushed in the middle and a congested calendar to be able to get sorted. Results haven't gone our way elsewhere. I touched upon before the Spurs game, they won under a little bit of a cloud. I want to go and watch that game back now, to be honest, and have a good look at it and a good look at these contentious VAR decisions, because I think somebody needs just to switch that fucker off, pull the fucking plug off and be done with it, because it's alright having this system and this technology, but if you've got an absolute fucking galah operating it, it's only as good as the galah who's operating it. It really is clear and obvious. Oh my word, it all needs looking at. No doubt there'll be photocopier apology type letters in the post as we speak from the referees lot, like that does any fucking thing. Like I said at the beginning of the video, Manchester United, they got the victory as well against Everton, 2-0. Some people commenting on our social media saying there may be an injury to Rashford. It will be what it will be. There will be injuries, there will be twists and turns between now and the end of the season. They've got some difficult games, we've got difficult games. Some Spurs have got some difficult games, and it's just really, really exciting. The games keep coming. They are huge, massive games. Villa, despite the fact that I hate the bastards, I've got a good side, a very good manager, and since Unai Emery came in down at Villa Park, they have really, really upped their game. The run that they've been on, and again, he has to be a contender, doesn't he, for manager of the season. As much as I despise the bastards, I've got to just say it exactly as I see it. So obviously himself, Unai Emery, will definitely be up there, I'd imagine, with also Eddie Howe for manager of the season. But look, we're going to go down there, we're going to get the 3 points, and we're going to continue our roll on and hopefully deny Manchester United and be the best of the rest after the title fight between Arsenal and Manchester City. If we could be best of the rest, that would be unfucking believable. Pinch yourself, because we were in a relegation battle for season after season up until not too recently. Just keep pinching yourself, because it feels like an absolute dream. Sunderland fluffing the lines yesterday, no chance of going up. Newcastle United 3rd in the Premier League. We've had a cup final this year. Everything else that's going on at our club, unbelievable. Never give up, because I tell you what, the lads didn't give up today down at Brentford, down at London. They didn't give up. The travelling support didn't give up. Nobody should give up in this quest and this battle for Champions League qualification, and the battle to finish 3rd in the Premier League. Oh my word, what implications would that have going forward? How much would it push us forward on the blueprint that PIF and the consortium had when they bought us? How does it push us forward in that by qualifying so quickly for the Champions League? Let me know down below. Are you confident heading to Villa Park for the next game? Also let me know down below. Substitutions, did Eddie get it right for the starting team? Would you have put somebody else in? Would you have rested more players? Is it time for Matt Targett to come in at left back? That seems to be a little bit of a thing that I'm hearing time and time again. Would Eddie do that with his defence? He likes to stick with his defence, the tried and tested. Again, let me know down below. But enjoy, have a few cans, be merry, have a good time. It's a bank holiday weekend, and Newcastle United are third in the Premier League. We are this balls deep in the season, and we're 3rd. in the league. It's happy days on Tyneside. So yeah, enjoy yourself, take care, keep it tuned. More to come from Kyle with his thoughts on the game, no doubt, over the next day. We'll get that one up, and then again we'll be ready with a preview for this huge game against Aston Villa coming up. Let's fucking do one on them again, and let's make it 6 in a row. Why not, eh? Enjoy, take care, enjoy the decent weather as well, have a few cans, and I'll speak to you later.